What's up, guys? Today we are at Upshift Creations in Temple, Texas to do a couple different things. The first thing we're going to do is see the BN Sports Kit for the first time mocked up on the RX-8 and get an idea of the bodywork that needs to be done, as well as install a cold air intake on the RX-8, which is a long time coming. If you haven't heard of Upshift Automotive Creations, they are a paint and body shop based in Temple, Texas that specializes in custom, unique paint jobs, molded wide body kits, part installation, Autoflex coatings, as well as normal collision repair. My favorite transformation, of course, is the work they did to my 2004 RX-8, taking it from a 20-year-old beater to a beautiful example of what this chassis can really be. They're running a sale right now through April on paint jobs, so check out their page for more info. Alright, so here I am removing the OEM air intake to make room for the new AEM cold air intake. I've had a lot of practice removing this intake because I have, unfortunately, infinite issues with my electric power steering, so I've taken this intake off and put it back on more than anything else on the car, except maybe the side marker indicators. If you know, you know. The hardest part is the actual box itself. Once you get the box off, you can remove the intake tray that sits underneath, as well as the accordion coupler that attaches to the throttle body. Once you get the stock box off, the next thing you have to do is remove the MAF sensor, which is held on by two tiny little Phillips head screws, which, by the way, do not lose, just because the new intake did not, for some reason, have two screws for the MAF sensor. One of them just likely got lost, so make sure you keep those on the side. Once you get the MAF sensor attached to the new intake, you're going to grab the designated coupler and attach it to the throttle body. The part of this process that was the most time-consuming, the most tedious, and the most frustrating, and what ultimately killed my camera's battery, was getting the 3 vacuum lines onto the new intake. They're way too short, in my opinion, so it took a lot of finagling to get them to fit without tearing or breaking them, but of course I did eventually get them on and secured with some hose clamps. After we got the rest of the intake put on, we went ahead and put the BN Sports bumper back on just to make sure everything fit and the clearance was good, and it was absolutely perfect. You can see that the opening of the front bumper aligns perfectly with the intake itself, so there was no issues with clearance at all. And I'm just really stoked to have this body kit paint matched. I don't think it's a very common kit, and I think it looks so good. Here in the rear, you can get a closer look at the spots where the kit doesn't align or fit perfectly and where Upshift is going to have to do the most work. But honestly, this is nothing compared to the horror stories I've heard of KBD and other kits, so I'm really satisfied with the quality of this BN Sports kit. And shout out to Mastermind North America for helping me get this kit so fast. They provided the best customer experience, and I highly recommend their services if you need any JDM body kits or wheels. And I'm just genuinely so excited to get this paint matched and get it finished and update you guys on the next steps and get this car ready for Slam Enough Gatlinburg.